Hello, beautiful souls, starseeds, light beings, and incarnated source conduits. Hello, my name is Rose Valentine, and welcome to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, I am a content creatress on both TikTok and Instagram. I am an oracle, a vessel for spirit, and a light body incarnated into human form. So a couple of weeks ago, I posted a video and I asked people, what are your questions about spirit guides, guardian angels, benevolent ancestors, or ancestors in general? Like, what are your questions about our spiritual guides? And I've compiled a list of everyone's questions, and I am here to answer them today. The first 4 times I tried to record this video, something kept happening. The first version of it got deleted, and the other 3, one of them saved without audio and the other 2 wouldn't save at all. So I was like, okay, there's something that I am missing. And Spirit said, give it some time. So I meditated on it, and the next morning I woke up and I knew exactly what it was that it was missing. And I'm gonna start off this video with that message for you all. Stop always seeking things external to you. It's all within you. If you have a question, you already have the answer within you. Granted, there are times in our life where we can be too emotionally connected and where we can have our own biases about certain situations. Like, a lot of you know that I do private readings for people. There will be, every once in a while, it'll happen like once or twice a year, where I will go to someone else who I trust, an oracle that I trust, for a reading because maybe I'm too emotionally connected to a situation, or there is times, okay, where we seek external help, and that's okay, that's beautiful. But as for going to your spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, for the most mundane things, it's so unnecessary. So that's what I'm speaking about. And they wanted me to make sure that I tell you all that the power is within you, that they are already within you, okay? So I just wanted to get that out so that this video saves and I'm not dealing with having to re-answer these questions 5 times because, yeah. All right, let's get started. Hi everyone, you might notice that the background is a little bit different because people came to the park and sat by me, so I was like, I gotta move over a little bit because not everybody is on the journey that we are all on, and that's okay. That's the beautiful thing about the spiritual journey, is that we relinquish the need to pressure people into what we believe in or pressure them to wake up. And that was a harsh realization for me, was that I couldn't force the people that I love to wake up. And that's okay, because it will come in their due time. Everybody has their own karmic cycles they're going through, their own life cycles. Not everybody is at an evolutionary place within their own journey. It's 333, and that's okay. Okay, that is totally fine. Part of the spiritual journey is releasing the need to control and practicing acceptance, okay? But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the wonderful questions that my followers on TikTok and Instagram asked me to answer. Say hello to my beautiful Citrine. I love her. Okay. What is the difference between guardian angels and spirit guides? Well, there is a hierarchy of spiritual beings. So there's, of course, source, God, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call it. God, source, does not care what you call it. That is the beautiful thing about it. And religions will tell you, this is the only way to God, this is the only way to God, there is not only one way to God. And we are not judged based on what we call God. We are not judged based on what religious path we follow. We are judged based on our hearts. and the good that we do in our lives, okay? I just want to clarify that. So there is a hierarchy to spirit, and I'll have to make a completely separate video for what that hierarchy is, but to put it simply, I won't get into what each of them do yet, because that's like a whole video in and of itself. But there are high archangelic beings, which could also be considered other dimensional beings like Pleiadian, Arcturian, Sirian. So there's archangelic energies. And then there is saint energies, ascended master energies. They're both kind of equivalent. It's pretty much the same. Some ascended masters are more up there than others, if that makes sense. This is all my personal experience and my personal downloads. So if it does not ring true for you, that's totally okay. But I know that there are people who will resonate with my message because they already do. So I love you. I just want you to know that whatever you believe is for you to believe, and there is no wrong truth. Whatever gets you in alignment with Source, whatever gets you in your highest alignment is your truth, okay? Can angels be one of your spirit guides? How many can you have? This is a great question. Everyone on planet Earth who incarnates into a human body has at least one spirit guide that is with them from the moment that they enter this planet until the moment that they transcend. And sometimes that spirit guide is even with you in other lives, and sometimes not. It's unique for every single individual soul. However, everyone has at least one. Some people may have 3, they may have 10, they may have 30, or they may have 300. Some may even have thousands of spirit guides. And this is all unique to the person's soul, their particular journey and soul mission in their life. And so I just wanted to share that not everyone has the same number of spirit guides. Not everybody has the exact same energies in their spiritual court. And that's the beautiful thing about this entire journey, is that it's all unique to your own individual soul, okay? Do we have certain angels assigned to us? Yes, we just talked about that a little bit. Sometimes we have guides that are assigned to us for a period of time, like a life cycle, or maybe just a season, or a lesson, or a blessing, or there's so many different missions that these guides have. And so, like I said, you may have 1 or 2 or 3 that's with you your entire life, and then you may have one that shows up out of nowhere and is gone after their mission's complete. You never hear from them again, because they too have missions to complete and people to help, and they are the protectors of humans, okay? They are our guidance. They are here to aid us and protect us along our journey. Okay, this is a big question that I got so many times. How can I hear their names? Why can't I hear my spirit guides? How do I be able to hear them? How can I connect? First of all, you are already connected. And second of all, have you quieted your mind to be able to hear spirit? Because if you've got a bunch of chit chat going on up here, and you're in the future and the past, and you're constantly up here swirling around the overthinking thoughts and outside of your body and outside of your own even consciousness, how do you expect to hear spirit? Quiet the mind and you will hear spirit. You must quiet the mind. I quiet the mind through movement meditation. Some people quiet them. I also do sound healing. There are so many different modalities to be able to quiet the mind. But the biggest one for me was meditative movement. And that is why I am a conscious dance meditation facilitator. So let's go on to the next question. How to connect with your ancestors if you don't know your family? It doesn't matter if you weren't raised by them or if you don't know them, maybe you were adopted. The blood and DNA that is within your vessel is still your ancestors. They live within you. You are your ancestors. You could never be disconnected from them, okay? And all you have to do, you guys, all any of you have to do if you want to connect with your ancestors is give them permission to come in. Say, I call upon, always with intention, I call upon my benevolent and elevated ancestors of the light to please bring me guidance in my dreams or in my waking life, whatever the case is, whatever you are seeking. But you must give them permission, and you must be specific about benevolent, elevated ancestors who only want what's best for you. Because just like all of our ancestors were not angels, not all of them were evil either, okay? When I made an ancestor video, because I have talked about this subject on my TikTok quite a bit, the most commented thing was, my ancestors were colonizers, they're all evil. Your ancestors go past 400 years. Your ancestors go past 4,000 years, okay? I promise you, on everything that I know to be true, you have at least a few benevolent ancestors who are just waiting for you to call on them, okay? And another topic for another video, but every race on planet Earth, I shouldn't even say race because we're all one race, the human race. Every ethnicity of people on our planet since ancient Sumeria has been colonized, okay? Again, another topic for another day, but I just want to clarify that. It didn't start 400 years ago. It didn't start 200 years ago. It has been happening over and over and over again, okay? Why or when will they reveal themselves? This is a great question. Sometimes a spirit guide will come into your life like once you turn a certain age, or once you hit a certain place in your spiritual journey, or once you meet a certain person, or there's so many different reasons, but they will come and go as they are needed. There will be some that you'll have for a period of time and you'll never hear from them again. And there will be some that will be with you day in and day out, every single day of your life. And they will reveal themselves, like I said, at different times, okay? But spirit is always present with you. You are spirit. That's something I want you all to understand, is that you are spirit incarnated into a physical vessel. You are always connected to spirit. You must quiet the mind to be able to hear, okay? Can everyone meet their spirit guides? Absolutely. Not everybody has the same gifts. Some of you may be able to hear them. Some of you may be able to see them. Some of you may be able to feel them. So it's different for everyone, but everyone is able to meet them in one realm or another, okay? And they're always with you, at least one. Are there certain situations that call for specific angels or guides? Okay. So this is a very good question. And this person mentioned that they feel needy calling upon all of their guides for like everything. And it's true. That's why I started the video the way I did, with stop seeking things external to yourself always. Our guides and guardians are there when needed, but we incarnated in human form to live a human experience, okay? And I don't mean a third dimensional experience. I mean being a interdimensional being in a third dimensional vessel. So there are some things that you must just learn on your own. There are some things you will ask them that you will not get the answer to because you're not meant to know the answer to it. We are not meant to know every single thing. I even get told no. And I literally do readings for people full time, okay? And there are things that I have asked about and I'm told no, and I accept it because I realize that I'm not meant to know every last thing about every part of my journey. And on top of it, Some of us might sabotage whatever it is that's coming in if we know ahead of time, and then we start ruining things, okay? Because we want to start putting our own energy up in there. Just stop. Just breathe. Finding presence in this moment is the most powerful thing you can do for yourself, okay? So what I wrote down in response to this person was specific beings for specific things. Yes, there are specific archangels that are for protection. There's specific archangels for cleansing. There's archangels for relationships and friendships. There's archangels for work. There is elevated beings for literally everything you can think of, because they each have their separate missions too, okay? So you would not go to a being to draw love into your life that specializes in cleansing and rebuking entities off of people. That's just not their thing. You could try, but I highly recommend going to a being that their mission is love, okay? Abundance of love. Same thing with prosperity. Go to a being that is very prosperous, and that is their mission, is to help you find prosperity, okay? Someone else asked, how can I tune in and hear or communicate with them, talk, etc.? Again, and I know I've said this twice already, but I want it to be embedded into your mind. You will not hear spirit until you quiet the chatter of the mind, okay? Can you believe in religion and also awaken? Absolutely. So I was raised more non-denominational. I went to private Episcopalian school, la-da-da-da-da. And from a very young age, one of my first memories, I was 7 or 8 years old, and I was sitting in Sunday school, and we were talking about the revelations, reading about the revelations, and I stopped what they were doing, my Sunday school teacher, everybody who was in the Sunday school class, and I said, this is going to happen in my lifetime. I got in so much trouble for saying that. Oh, why would you say that? Why would you say something like that? Blah, 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 blah. Because I have been a vessel for spirit since day one. You guys, when I came to this planet and incarnated in this vessel, I didn't ever go to sleep. There was a period of time in my teenage years where I, on purpose, disconnected, but even when I disconnected, I was always still connected. There is no shutting it off for me. That's just a little side note. But people of any religion, any belief system can absolutely awaken. And it doesn't mean that you have to just drop everything as a whole. What I want you guys to understand is that within every religion, even ATR religions, there is indoctrination. There is manipulation and fear. And the lies have been so closely intertwined with the truth that it's very hard for people to know what is truth from what is a lie, and they just take it all as truth. Anytime I read my Bible, I ask for inner discernment. Please show me truth from lie. And you feel it in your soul. You know it. You know it when you read it, okay? Anything that is fear-based is not truth. It is not truth. There might be some people that get mad at that, and I don't care. I'm not here to please people either. Those of you who have never seen any of my videos before, I make that very clear. I'm not here to people please or to make people feel comfortable. I know that a big part of my mission here is to trigger people, and I'm cool with it. I've already dealt with so much of it this year. It doesn't faze me. So, are we constantly in the presence of our spirit guides? Yes and no. You might be with one or two. It also depends on the elevation of your own soul. It depends on where you are dimensionally speaking. You are always protected though. There's always that guide. Remember how I said each of us is born with at least one guide that's with us our entire lives? Yes. How do we honor our guides, angels, and ancestors? this is going to be different for everyone. Sorry, there's little grass things stuck on my blanket. This is going to be totally different for everyone because everyone's ancestral lineage is a little bit different. The best offering that you can give to them is time, prayer, meditation. Take time out of your life to spend with them, and your connection is going to grow stronger. Okay? I serve and honor my angels and spirit guides every single day of my life, both good and bad. Okay? And that is why I am so closely connected with all of them. So again, I'm going to finish this video off with stop always looking external to you. There are some things that you won't be given the answer to. There is some knowledge. Spirit said to me earlier this year, there is some knowledge that cannot be bought, it cannot be read in a book, it cannot be taught from somebody else. There is some knowledge that you will simply have to learn through experience. Okay? I want you all to know that I'm sending you so much love as we go through this great shift that we are going through. I'm about to record a video on light body activation, and I'm so excited to share my downloads from earlier this year. And I love you all so very much. Feel free to follow me on TikTok. I have a personal blog Instagram where I do sound healings, and then I have a channeling Instagram where I do daily channeled messages. I also, what else do I have? I'm a creator on TikTok. I know I already said that. This is my first YouTube video, you guys, so I hope it's gonna be okay. I love you all just so very much, and I want you all to know that the power is within you. The answer is already within you, and I love you.